Hi, I'm Wendy Gale. Welcome to Dementia's Blurred Lines. Today I want to take you back to a different kind of memory, not about caregiving, not about my mom's dementia, not about the present at all. This one is from when I was about 16. And the truth is, it wasn't unusual, it wasn't shocking, it wasn't even out of character. It was just another chapter in my life I was already living. But it's a chapter that explains a lot about who I became. I was at my best friend's house when her phone rang. Her mom handed me the phone and said, "It's your mom." Before she even spoke, I felt myself brace. The way you do when you've learned that news from your mother rarely comes gently, and it didn't. She didn't ease into it. She didn't ask if I was sitting down. She didn't ask how I was doing. She just said it, flat out and casual, like she was reading off a grocery list, that she was moving to Alaska with her new boyfriend, and she wasn't taking me. There was no conversation, no plan, no what are you going to do, no where will you live, are you going to be okay? Just a statement, a decision already made, a life she was already ready stepping into without me. I remember hanging up the phone and staring at my best friend. And I said, "My mom's moving to Alaska." And I didn't want to go with her, nor did she invite me. She didn't hesitate. "Then stay here," she said, just like that, like it was the most obvious thing in the world, that I deserved a place to land. She drove me back to the house I hated, the house that never felt like home, and we found a note taped to the counter with money underneath. No apology, no explanation, just instructions. Find a storage unit, pack up the house, put everything in storage. I was 16 and still in high school, and she left me with the job of closing down our entire life. Back then, storage units weren't on every corner like they are now. We drove for miles, calling places, searching for anything available. We finally found one about 25 miles away, and this was back in the late 70s. My best friend didn't even blink. She picked up the phone and called every high school boy we knew, asking them to come help. And they did. They showed up with their trucks, their awkward kindness, and their willingness to lift the things that I couldn't. They asked questions, of course they did. "Why is she moving? Where are you going to go? Are you going with her? What are you going to do?" I didn't have answers, not real ones, so I shrugged. I laughed. I pretended it wasn't a big deal. But I heard them whispering to each other, little shocked comments about how messed up it was for a mother to just leave their kid behind, and they weren't wrong. And yet, they stepped up. They didn't make fun of me. They didn't make it worse. They tried to make it easier in the way only teenage boys know how, by cracking jokes, lifting heavy things, and pretending that was just another Saturday. Bless their hearts. They showed up for me in a way my own mother never had. It took about a week to pack everything up, a week of sorting through her furniture, her dishes, her junk, her mess. A week of realizing how little she cared about anything she left behind, including me. She took her clothes and her boyfriend and vanished to Alaska, leaving a 16-year-old girl to clean up the wreckage. When the last box was shoved into the storage unit and I turned in the key, something inside me went quiet. Not peaceful, just numb. My best friend and I thanked the boys, watched them drive off, and walked into the office to sign the paperwork. And then when we got into her car, it was just the two of us. Just the silence, just the truth settling in, and I broke. Not the polite kind of crying, not the quiet kind, the kind that rips out of your chest. The kind that comes from a place so deep you didn't even know was still alive. "How dare her," I screamed. "She's such a selfish bitch." I didn't know where I was going to live. I didn't know what was going to come next. I didn't know how to feel. All I knew was I felt small, disposable, unimportant, left behind again. My best friend didn't try to fix it. She didn't tell me to calm down. She didn't even tell me to be strong. She just let me fall apart. She held the space my mother never had. And when I finally ran out of tears, she drove me home. Not to the house my mother abandoned, not to the place I just emptied out, but to somewhere safe, somewhere comfortable, somewhere I was wanted. And in that moment, she was more of a mother to me than the woman who had just fled to Alaska. And that's the truth of it. This wasn't the moment everything changed. This was just my life. Another chapter in a childhood built on instability, abandonment, and survival. And somehow I handled it. Somehow I survived. Somehow I kept going. This is another tough episode of bringing up memories from my past, my childhood, and my teenage years. If you're listening and you've had an experience or a narcissistic parent with dementia like I do, and this was your normal, you're not alone. You're seen, you're heard, and you matter. Until next time, thank you for being here, and please take care of yourself. You matter.